Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome to Friday Fright Time, where every week I, Connor, along with my trusty sidekicks Kofi and Stu, dissect horror movies from throughout history, tearing our favourite, most memorable moments to pieces.
He nailed it. Kofi, you're as much as a child as me. The whole way through that, every week, I'm like dying to put him off.
I heard the first 3 seconds and I was at a fight or flight mode where it was like, I either stop and start again or I just rip both my headphones out.
Well done, Connor. You kept it professional.
Please keep that as the intro.
This week, it's episode 13, so we've got 13 Ghosts to review. A 2001 remake of a movie from 1960. We're going to get into this one. Kofi and Stu, are you ready to get into 13 Ghosts?
Yeah, let's go, mate.
Nah, not really.
Every week, it's the same exact fucking enthusiasm as there.
I mean, silly question, really, Connor. I mean, we've all turned up, we've all put our headphones on, and then you go, are you boys ready?
Actually, no, I'm going to leave now. Thanks.
Yeah. I've changed my mind. Let's fuck it off and do it tomorrow.
Movie begins, as movies do, and we are in Scrapyard.
Sorry, Connor, I just have to correct you there. It's a car graveyard.
Car graveyard.
I have to get the terminology correct.
Technically, I suppose it is a car graveyard, because we've got a ghost on the loose. Not the ghost of a car, though, just a ghost of some bloke.
It's basically Rubber over again, isn't it? But they've put themselves back together.
You want a film about a ghost tyre?
Yeah, but then there's 4 tyres and then the body of the car, and it just resurrects itself out of the car graveyard and goes on a killing spree.
It's like Scrap Heap Challenge with like the Haunted Edition.
Scrap Heap Challenge for Ghosts.
Scrap Heap Massacre would be an incredible
yes.
film. Let's make it. Let's make it. We've only got 10 films to make so far.
You've got a big chase sequence that happens at the beginning with this group of Ghostbuster people, one of which is Shaggy in Scooby Doo to Matthew Lillard.
I think he only took up this film because the plot was similar to an episode of Scooby Doo.
It's very Scooby Doo, isn't it?
And he was high as fuck. By the way...
Yeah, well, he's got this little... Oh, go on.
No, you go on.
Well, he's got this little sort of...
No, I'm going to go on. So you said that...
But it's not you could.
Before we even get into the car graveyard, these lorries come smashing through the fence. And for some reason, when you drive a lorry through the fence, the whole front of the lorry will explode with pyrotechnics as you go through. I think they probably spent at least 3 million on the pyrotechnics at the start.
Shaggy sees a fucking spirit and just all of a sudden there's just like a quarter of a second really loud noise. It scared the fucking shit out of me. I've timestamped it. It's just a really, really quick sequence. And it just comes out of nowhere and I bricked myself because it's so quiet the whole movie. And suddenly...
Our lovely watchers and visitors and Ghoul Gang have had to experience that for themselves down their headphones.
But you have to if you want to watch the film.
Just out of nowhere, we just drop that into the episode every...
I think he's called Dennis, Shaggy's character name. I love how we're not referring to him as his actor name.
We know who
Shaggy's
he is, Shaggy.
character. So Shaggy can touch tarmac and sense ghosts and things. Or in general, like if he's anywhere near an evil spirit, he can sort of detect it and he has all sorts of like seizures and starts panicking and shit. And he's got like a little box of sort of pills that he's going to take to like calm himself down. And the big bad villain of the movie, Cyrus, just twats this pill box out his hand.
Boots him. He just smashes him out of his hand.
We're on the hunt for the 12th ghost in this scrapyard. And what we kind of learn is that Cyrus has this sort of want to go around catching ghosts. And eventually he gets killed, along with a lot of other of his sort of Ghostbuster mates. Some of them get killed in amazing ways. One guy gets like sucked inwards through a car bonnet.
Oh my god, that was brutal to be fair.
I like the way they lured the ghost out by just spraying the whole fucking place with blood.
Yeah, what's this lorry about? It's got 2 blood cannons on the fucking like grill at the front. So yeah, Cyrus gets killed. Then we cut to his nephew and his nephew's family who inherit Cyrus's mansion, which is full of all sorts of like supernatural, occult collections and items. And built into the basement of this mansion is a massive glass mechanical structure with loads of Latin writing on the glass, which is a ghost containment machine. I love the design of this place. The setting of the film is really fucking cool.
I like the concept of the film. It's really cool. Side note, by the way, this is like completely unrelated to most things in the film, but you know the black woman? She's not explained in the film whatsoever.
She's like the nanny, isn't she?
Yeah, but you find that out like right at the end of the film.
Nanny black woman.
They're all sat in the house, aren't they? And someone comes in and explains stuff about this house that they're going to inherit. And he's like, oh, you and your wife and your kids can go and live in this nice house. And he goes, oh, she's not my wife. My wife died in a fire. And doesn't proceed to explain who the woman actually is. Just leaves her. So, yeah, she doesn't matter.
Apparently, the only way you can actually see ghosts is by putting on some Google glasses. And apparently these glasses that have fuck all about them, and again, are never explained in this film whatsoever, you can just see ghosts if you put them on.
I think it's quite a cool concept that you can only see the ghosts when you've got the glasses on, and any other time you've got no fucking clue where they are. Because there's some cool scenes down the line where, like, Shaggy and Nanny Black Woman get separated off together, but they've only got one pair of glasses between them, so they've got to keep, like, swapping them over and, like, shout out, like, where there is a ghost. They've got to sort of work together around this one pair of glasses.
I don't know, the glasses thing just felt like it was thrown in to, like, add a reason for, like, not seeing the ghost, you know, like, I don't know, it just seemed a bit pointless to me.
I didn't get how the ghosts sort of worked in terms of, like, a force, because sometimes when characters do wear the glasses, that seems like the only time they can be killed by a ghost, but then people who don't wear the glasses can be killed by a ghost, but there's also scenes where people who aren't wearing glasses are about to be killed by a ghost and they're not killed. So I don't get, like, what window of opportunity does a ghost have to kill someone?
Maybe it's just whether you look good in glasses or not.
I tell you who doesn't, the fucking kid of this film. Oh, there's always a dickhead child in every horror.
He's a proper creep though as well, I need to be fair.
What's a little cunt, right? So they move into a house and he's fucking got a scooter going around the house. It's made of glass, you prick. Stop fucking using the scooter indoors. But there's a bit, like, the ghosts are fucking trying to lure him downstairs, and there's literally a voice going, don't come down here, don't listen to the other voice, she's evil, do not fucking come down the stairs. So the little insolent cunt goes straight down the stairs to the fucking voice that wants to kill him.
He's proper obsessed with, like, anything death, isn't he?
Just twat.
Even when the lawyer's talking to him, he's like, oh, well, sorry about your mum. And he goes, yeah, my mummy died in a house fire.
What a pleasant person.
Whoa, kid, calm down.
He fucking deserved it. He deserved to, like, get absolutely mauled by, like, the worst one as well, like the hammer. Just fucking hammering big nails into him or something. Just really fucking him up.
Then there's the lawyer character as well. You mentioned there, Kofi. He gets death of the film. This is a brilliant death.
I love this death.
He's walking down a corridor, isn't he? And one of the glass panels written in Latin just slices him in half sideways.
He was just about to get it from the dead chick as well, wasn't he? Because
yeah.
he was, like, taunting her, and then she gets released. So he's like, oh, I'm really, really sorry. I'm so sorry. I was only joking. And then the way he, like, slides down and, like, they show both sides of the body is really cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Like, when they go to move into the house, this Cyrus has, like, pre-recorded them a message, hasn't he? He does that typical thing that, like, any battle rapper does, where they start a video and then they have to spark up a fag because smoking's really cool, right? So he starts the video, sparks up, takes one puff, and then just puts the fag down and then just proceeds to make the whole video.
It's just to make you well aware that I am a bad guy.
Yeah, I fucking smoke. I am cool. There is smoke in the air. He tells them, you know, you got the house. As was established, it's some big fucking ghost jail.
Shaggy, like, he pretends to be an electric worker, doesn't he? And he turns up at the house and he's like, oh, I've got to inspect your breaker board because you're taking out power to 5,000 houses. Fucking hell. And they're like, yes, okay, sound. When he goes in and then he finds the ghosts and stuff, and then when he does, he goes upstairs panicking. Then he tells the nephew of Cyrus or whatever, he's like, you have to get out this house right now. You and all of your children have to get out right now because downstairs in the basement there is PK agents and revenants and wraiths. And he's like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, he said every other thing possible than this house is haunted. What the fuck is a PK agent?
It's like, okay, I'll have to keep it simple. Ghosts. It's like, just say ghosts then. Don't reel off 8 fucking synonyms for ghost.
Shaggy tells the new homeowner that he used to hunt ghosts with Cyrus, and the guy goes, "You used to hunt goats?" It's like probably the best line of any movie we've reviewed other than Peking Chick.
He's really straight face as well. He's like, goats? No!
I used to hunt ghosts with your Uncle Cyrus.
Goats?
Ghosts! Ghosts, goddammit, listen to me!
I don't know why they put it in, but it was just, I don't know, it caught me off guard because I wasn't
It
expecting
did catch
it.
me off guard. I had a right laugh at that.
Yeah.
It's just such a left field line.
I like the way that, like, the first ghost is that topless woman all slashed up, and the daughter's then, like, in the bathroom. They're both doing their hair in the mirror and stuff, and then she's, like, washing her face with the water. The woman's, like, cut herself up in the bath, and it's blood everywhere. But she can't see it because she hasn't got her Google glasses on, but it's basically a suicide scene, and she doesn't realise it, right? I really like that bit. I thought that was, like, quite a well put together scene. She tried to, like, slash her with a knife, didn't she?
That brings us back to me earlier argument. Like, if the ghosts are able to attack people and harm them, even if they're not wearing glasses, then surely that knife should have still went through her.
Well, no, because her dad was there, so her dad interrupted and she stood up as the woman went and slashed her, so, like, it didn't get her.
Oh, so the ghost missed?
Did you not even watch the film?
Yeah, but, like, if I was a ghost wanting to kill this woman, I would have at least made an effort to stand up and have another crack.
Mate, she was in the bath. Give her a fucking break. She's not going to waste the candles and that, is she? You know, just let her live, mate. Well, I wouldn't say let her live.
Let her live.
One of those alive ghosts.
I like the way at one point as well, this like woman that's only been in like the first opening scene that had no context whatsoever why she was there. She just fucking shows up and then she teaches everyone that the only way to stop a evil demonic ghost that wants to tear everyone to pieces is just throw a flare at it.
Yeah. What the fuck's this?
But it works every time. Like the ghosts never think, "Oh fuck, will happen when she threw that at me last time."
Yeah, because it goes through them, doesn't it, every single time?
Every time they're just like, it stops them mauling someone.
The ghost just gets startled and then like disappear, don't they? When they ask her as well, she goes, "I got in through an opening."
It's like, what?
It's all glass.
Like, okay, where is it? And she goes, "Oh, sorry, it's closed." Oh wait, mate, fucking hell.
Like, the geography of this sort of containment structure keeps changing, and I quite like that because sometimes, like, you'll have the family or whatever inside it, and the glass might move so that they get protected from the ghosts. But then other times the glass will move and it lets a ghost into the part they're in. So, like, you're never really quite sure if you're safe or if, like, the next moment the glass is going to shift and then boom, there's like fucking 12 ghosts up your ass just ready to break your neck.
12 ghosts up your ass.
That's a different film, isn't it?
Number 15 on the UDG list.
12 Ghost Arse Massacre. I don't want to bash the film too much because I really, really liked it. There is some stuff in here that just makes no sense or really didn't need to be in the film. They created more like plot holes by adding certain stuff in or just more questions, right?
Yeah, like sometimes the questions get like answered eventually, but when you're actually watching the film, it just throws things at you that make no sense for a time being. Like with Cyrus, he eventually comes back into the film, and at first the woman is looking at him without the glasses on, and you're like, so how can he get seen if he's dead and she's not wearing glasses? And he's got his like throat like slit, how he died in the scrapyard. But then the twist happens like 15 minutes later or whatever, that he's not actually dead, he's still alive, but he's just put this little throat slit effect on his neck. But like for a quarter of an hour I was like, how the fuck can he get seen if he's dead? It just throws you back and forth and confuses the fuck out of you sometimes.
There's quite a lot of continuity errors throughout the film as well. Like in the scrapyard, there's like a car suspended above everything by like one of them like claw hand type things, and it drops and nearly like fucking hits everyone. And then when the Juggernaut, they call him,
I'm the bloody Juggernaut.
yeah, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. I thought it was going to be Vinnie Jones, but it wasn't.
Oh, Mr. Trick.
But when the Juggernaut appears, the same car drops again. It's just fucking hung there later on.
Ah,
and
bollocks.
There's just loads of shit like that throughout it as well,
Yeah.
which kind of like, it kind of took away from a pretty decent film all round.
I noticed when Kathy gets like scratched up by that ghost, she gets scratched like all down the sides of her face and it's all underneath her eyes, and then as soon as you move away from her, she's got like just mild bleeding on her face.
Yeah, all the scratches have gone.
Yeah, but it was a decent film, though.
Did you enjoy the main concept of what the house is, what we learn at the end of the film? Cyrus finds like an ancient sort of book that has blueprints in it for building a machine that can see into the future, I think it says. And in order to make this machine work, you need to have 12 ghosts inside it, but those ghosts have to be specific gimmicked people. You've got like the Juggernaut, you've got the Hammer, and there's like the Mother gimmicks of people that make this machine work. But then if the machine is in process of working, if you create a 13th ghost, which is someone who is like sacrificed for love, then the machine stops working again.
Yeah, it was very confusing.
It just overcomplicated a good movie. It had to be some weird fucking strange massive plot. I also don't understand how that whole fucking thing explodes.
Mate, the entire house.
The entire house fucking blows up, and apparently just cowering right directly in the middle of it saves you from anything burning. The whole house is like burnt, isn't it? Like, it saves you from getting hit by any of the billion bits of flying glass.
Yeah.
All of the metal. Like, none of it if you just cower directly in the middle.
Here's what I didn't get, right? With this machine at the end and the 12 ghosts inside, we get a zombie strippers lineup because the uncle is starting to count the ghosts one at a time. But rather than looking at all of them going, there's 12 ghosts in here, he looks at one and is like, that one is the sacrificed woman, that one is the Juggernaut. It's like, just count them all.
He's literally stood there listing off his fingers, isn't he?
He is. He's counting on his fingers to get to 12.
At the same time this is happening, right, I thought this was dead funny. Cyrus decides to play a recording of some like ancient singing or some voice.
Very Evil Dead, like incantations and things.
Really, really weird. But then the black woman goes to like the media room where all of this is playing and tries to stop it recording.
DJ Black Woman.
Yeah, she literally turns into DJ Black Woman. She just starts mixing the music by accident, and it's like she's playing her own fucking mixtape over the speakers in the house.
She starts like scratching.
Coming to the end of the climax, we're just gonna have like a life or death situation, and then you just get. I thought like Rhyme Asylum were coming on or something.
I think like it's a decent movie to watch. Just try not to pick apart the continuity errors.
Yeah, I think if you switch your mind off for it, you'll enjoy it a lot more. The thing that got a lot of bother with it when it first came out is the editing, the way it's edited. I don't know if you lads noticed this, but like it's very fast. When it cuts to a different shot, it's like a bright white flash, and then sometimes characters turn to black and white for like a split second and then back to normal again.
Yeah, it's quite weird.
Yeah, apparently like on big like cinema screens at the time, it was quite disorientating to watch, so a lot of people came out of it like with fucking headaches.
Yeah, I've just realised, like, I've been thinking throughout the whole movie, the main character, Tony Shalhoub, that's his actor name, he's actually in Men in Black.
Yes.
And he's at the shop, isn't he? The guy who gets
He's
his
the
head
guy
shot
with
off.
double heads, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the guy on his shoulder.
Oh, for real?
I was sat looking at his face, like, recognising him for ages.
I was trying to work out who the fuck the daughter was, because I recognised her, and it's Shannon Elizabeth, isn't it? She is from American Pie.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. It's been a while since I've seen American Pie, actually. It's a decent cast. I mean, Cyrus himself got F. Murray Abraham here, and he won a Best Actor Oscar for Amadeus in 1984. Played an Italian composer, Antonio Salieri. So yeah, overall, very decent cast, and overall, a very good film. You know, it's an entertaining one, and definitely one that we'd recommend. So there we go. That was mine, Kofi's and Stu's review of 2001's 13 Ghosts. If you want to come and check out UTG on your social media, go to the Facebook, go to the Instagram. We post emoji clues every single day so that you can use them to guess what our next Friday of Fright Time film review is going to be. I'm Connor, signing off.
No. Look, if you're going to go to Facebook and Instagram, subscribe to the fucking place that you're watching this. We need subscribers, you knobs.
You fucking subscribe now.
Do it, shitbags.
Do it. Go and hit the notification bell. Do it.